Hey there, YouTube fans. This is Mike Palumbo again, the New York traffic ticket lawyer, and today I'm making a quick emergency video. This is an emergency video of a brand new expansion of the seatbelt law in New York State. If you drive in New York State, this is the starting today, November 1st. And you might be seeing this November 2nd. I might not actually get this on YouTube until November 2nd, but I'm doing it on November 1st. And today, the seatbelt law in New York State changed. It's expanded. Starting November 1st, even backseat passengers must wear their seatbelts. Prior to November 1st, backseat passengers were exempt from wearing their seatbelts if they were 16 years of age or older. The way the law was prior to today, November 1st, 2020, was that if you were a front seat, obviously the driver, front seat passenger, you had to wear your seatbelt. If you were 15 or younger, you had to be restrained. Restraint meant if depending on your size, you just had to have a seatbelt on, or you had to have a booster seat or a car seat, depending on your size and your age. It's all in the statute. This is under VTL, Vehicle and Traffic Law 1229. But backseat passengers who were 16 and older did not have to wear a seatbelt until today. Now, prior to the change in the law, if there was someone unrestrained in your vehicle who was 15 or younger, the driver got the ticket, and it was 3 points. And this is still true now. That has not changed. So if you have an unrestrained minor in your vehicle, not even just a minor, someone who's 15 or younger, you as a driver will be ticketed for that person being unrestrained, and that is so you will be the defendant in that case, and if you're found guilty of it, it's a 3-point violation. Now, if you yourself as a 16-year-old passenger or driver are ticketed, it's no points. A seatbelt ticket in New York State is no points, but this is where they get you. This is what the nuance is that people don't quite understand. Even though it's no points, a seatbelt ticket is a major insurance merit system violation. So there's a difference between insurance points for the DMV and insurance points for their merit system. So just because there's no DMV points doesn't mean that the insurance company doesn't consider it a moving violation to increase your insurance points, to increase your insurance. So if you get a seatbelt ticket, and you don't want to pay it, because then your auto insurance goes up, even though it's no points in New York State, unless of course it was an unrestrained minor or a 15-year-old or younger. Then it's a moving violation with points. So you always want to fight a seatbelt ticket, even though if it's written to you as a 16-year-old or older, it's no DMV points. It's still a major insurance merit system violation. There's a lot of nuances like that. Like, for example, driving without a license is a very minor thing, believe it or not, in New York State. They don't care if you have a license that much. It's no points, $100 fine or something like that. But it's a major insurance merit system violation. They're going to gig you, very large on your insurance, because not wearing a seatbelt, not having a driver's license, these are all indicative that is risky behavior. And from an actuarial standpoint, more people get injured in an accident who don't wear seatbelts than who do. More people get injured in an accident who don't have a driver's license than do. So it doesn't really matter to the insurance company. They have a merit system chart. And it's the same thing as if you get a ticket outside of New York State. Let's say you get a speeding ticket. New York State does not put points on your driving record in New York State. Some states do, most states don't. But that doesn't matter. That other state will report to New York the conviction. Your insurance company will see it, and they're going to surcharge you for however miles per hour over the limit, whatever their policy is on their merit system. So I just wanted to point that out, though. Starting today, backseat passengers must wear their seatbelts. Now, again, it's going to be the individual, if you're 16 or older, that gets the ticket, which raises another issue. When you're pulled over and you're not a driver in a vehicle, you don't have to show your ID. A lot of times cops, they ID everyone in the car. If I'm a passenger in a car, I'm telling them, no, I'm not giving you my ID. I'm not driving. I have nothing to do with this. I'm just a passenger here. Now if you're a driver, obviously you have to give them your driver's license. But if I didn't have a seatbelt on and I'm a passenger in a car, well, be careful, because now they have probable cause to write you a ticket, or at least reasonable suspicion to write you probable cause to charge you. And now you have to give them your ID. If you don't want to give them your ID and they're going to charge you, then they have the right to take you into custody, to identify you, to figure out who you are, and make you post well, there's no more bonds for traffic tickets, but they still have the right to take you into custody, do a custodial arrest, fingerprint you, figure out who you are to charge you, and then let you go. So the general rule still applies. If you're a passenger in a car, you don't have to give them your ID. You don't got to talk to them, or you never have to talk to them. But now in New York State, if you're a passenger in a motor vehicle and you don't have your seatbelt on, yeah, they have the legal right to pull your ID, to ID you and then write you a ticket. And even if you weren't driving the car, it's a moving violation. If you have an auto insurance on your own car, you need to fight it, even though you weren't the operator at that time. So that's a change in the law. If you're a backseat passenger in New York State under New York VTL 1229, the law has been expanded. You now must wear your seatbelt. If you're 16 or older, it's on you, not on the driver. And so just wear your seatbelt no matter where you are in a motor vehicle in the state of New York. And if you don't have it on, they do have the right to ID you and write you a ticket. So don't give them a hard time over that if you weren't wearing your seatbelt. If you were wearing your seatbelt, they just want to ask you for your ID, you have every right to tell them, no, I'm not giving you my ID, and I'm not talking to you. And it's Mike Palumbo, AttackThatTicket.com. Thanks for listening. I was really glad I got to put this public service message out there, and we'll be seeing you in the future.